Welcome to The Energized Hairdresser, the wellness podcast for stylists who are ready to stop running on empty and start fueling their body, mind, and business with energy that actually lasts. I'm your host, Ashley Jo Gillen, certified health coach and lifelong hairdresser with over 20 plus years behind the chair. Here we blend salon life with practical nutrition, wellness, and mindset coaching designed for real demands of stylist life. Each episode gives you simple tools you can use between clients, honest conversations about the industry, and encouragement you need to take care of you so you can show up energized, confident, and balanced behind the chair. If you're tired of running on caffeine and chaos, you are in the right place. All right, let's get into today's episode. Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to The Energized Hairdresser. I am coming at you on Monday. Usually I like to have the episodes out early Monday, but here we are. So I'm gonna keep this short and sweet for you today because I am knee deep into sports season. I do have to kind of reflect that as I started the podcast, I was like in one sports season of life, right? And then spring sports season is a whole other ball game. And I have my 4-year-old tonight starting his first T-ball. Man, and so it's like we have games every night of the week. We have tonight, tomorrow, or Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, we have soccer, and like soccer's over. So that being said, today we're going to talk about all or something. And I want to keep it simple. And then I'd like to let you know, I am going to try to figure out how to do a couple reposts for the next few weeks because I'm going to take a little bit of time. Sometimes when life gets a little busy, I don't know about you, but we can tend to shut down or just kind of things change. It doesn't mean you have to like give up. You're allowed to just make changes. So when I first learned the theory, all or something, I have to say it blew my mind. I had been operating on an all or nothing basis my entire life. If I could not be perfect with my diet, why try? If I could not be so dialed in my business and take every photo of the day, every person, then why? Okay. If I couldn't be a master at TikTok skills, why even post? Or no one likes my stuff, why post anyway? This is like all or nothing. And then what happens is you're like looking for external things, or you're also looking for perfection. And so then in the meantime, nothing's actually changing. I would not be where I'm at today in like with the engagement I'm getting online or with the I think my insights for this podcast, there's about 20 to 50 streams. I would love to meet every one of you who's streaming this podcast because like I want to like, duh. So if you're one of those people, send me a message on the Instagram, because I want to know, or email me. I don't know. Surely my email is somewhere. Anyway, so let's just talk about it. If you are a parent and you're doing sports or you're working, people want to get their hair done before graduations, they want proms. Maybe you're juggling soccer and salons and working on Saturdays or not. Like it does not have to be all or nothing. And when it comes to your health and wellness, you can pick things. A couple things that I've been focusing on over the last few weeks is like making sure I hit my protein by having a smoothie. So a couple things to bring to mind. Maybe you are also knee deep in sports season and you're kind of like, well, I can't do it. We're just eating drive through. Work is busy. I'm just going to wing it. Okay. So I want to introduce the idea of maybe you could do something. If your goal is to feel better in your body, if your goal is to whatever your goal is, it does not have to be all or nothing. It can just be a little bit. And there's a mindset here. So I want to introduce to you a little bit of a practice. And this kind of goes into the life coaching side of things. But when you are thinking about change in your life, that change can really impact what I call the primitive brain. It's the it's the front part of your brain. And that my chair, I'm like sitting in my chair. I hope you can't. Anyway, so that can signify like that whole part of your brain is to keep you safe. So when you want to expand and you want to grow and change in any aspect of your life, whether it's in your business behind the chair, learn a new skill, perfect your craft, lose 20 pounds, start working out, all of those things are going to signify fear and danger. So, how we go from I'm a person who, speaking from my experience, I am a person who eats their feelings with cereal because they work too hard and doesn't meal prep to I make sure I'm eating healthy, nourished foods. You want to do is what I want you to picture a ladder. And this could take like a little bit of journaling, literally going off my script here, but I have found this process mentally to be very, very helpful. And so if you fall victim to this all or nothing thinking, well, I am so busy, I do not have time to take care of myself. In your brain, you have the bottom of the ladder is where you are, and the top of the ladder is where you want to be. So there's rungs on a ladder that you would step up to go to where you want to go. So if you have to change a light bulb, you climb the ladder, unscrew the light bulb, and then put a new one in and climb down. Each rung of the ladder is an opportunity for you to build a bridge from where you are to where you want to be. And I'm still building my ladder from where I was a year ago to where I am now. A year ago, last April, I started my weight loss journey. I hired my own health coach because I know having support, accountability, and I like to verbally process is exactly what I needed to help me figure out how to lose 50 pounds that were on my body, right? I could Google it. I could work hard. I didn't know how to be accountable because I had someone that I could talk it out with. That's why I've had success. So her thought is to go for a walk for 15 minutes a day that's when I first started working out. And it was like a good month before I started doing that. And during those times, I was like, okay, well, I got to go on a walk before I can do anything. And basically I remember telling my husband, all right, in those first few weeks, incorporating exercise, it was like 10 minutes of a walk. I said, as soon as we're done with dinner, I'm literally getting up from this table and I'm going on a walk and I'm coming back. And I had to do that. And then walking became something that I just wanted to do. So where I'm going with this is if you're thinking, I am living in such a busy time of the year, I can't take care of myself. I want you to build a mental ladder. And if this is confusing, if you need a little bit more assistance, send me a message on Instagram and I will voice memo you back and I'll help walk you through it. But you could go, okay, what could I do? So in my case, we got games every night this week. I have objectives to eat at the ball field a couple nights. So like Tuesday, no, Tuesday I have a client. So it's like I need to make sure my dinner is more simple for when we get home. And my second thing that I'm going to do is make sure I fuel myself with a good smoothie. So it's like I'm having my anchor meal before I start work. Second is like making sure I have a good afternoon meal around 3 o'clock because I mean, obviously there's more food in there, but making sure because I found, especially last week, like I did not eat enough on Friday and I was starving at this softball game. And then it's like, I didn't sleep well. I mean, it was just like a trifecta. Okay. So it's like, what can I do this week to make this a better, like to do something versus giving up? Cause like that's the problem. Like, not the problem. That is the cycle. I'm going to do a diet for a little bit and then I'm going to go back to the way I'm eating. No, You're going to do a diet for a little bit to learn how to feel, how you feel good in your body, and you're going to see how your body changes, and then you're going to want to keep doing it. So, if one of my goals as the energized hairdresser is to help you learn your brain, because as a woman who is with ADHD, who's struggled to be consistent her whole entire life, who's been behind the chair for a very long time, who's chased squirrels after squirrels, for me to look like once I learned how to notice my brain, and that's exactly what is like coaching is noticing your own brain, learning how to take those thoughts and then what can I do with them? What else could I do? Okay. Going from eating freaking McDonald's 6 times a week and smashing some donuts for breakfast to a gluten-free, dairy-free diet, which is what one needs to do to maintain their thyroid in my condition, felt impossible. And I'm still not there yet. But guess what? Guess what my smoothie is? It's gluten-free, dairy-free. Guess what my lunches are? Well, hey, you know what? If I can learn how to have gluten-free, dairy-free for breakfast and lunch, okay, that's progress. I want to give you credit and I want to give you an opportunity to think about what else could happen in your world to do a little bit. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be hardcore. What could you do a little bit to take care of yourself in the salon? Because a little bit is so much more better than nothing at all. All right, my friend. So again, super not what I was going to talk about at all today, but I did want to just kind of pop in here and like just say, if you are kind of noticing, well, I can't do anything, I might as well not try. I would like to encourage you to think, what can I do instead? Maybe it's committing to drinking your water. Maybe it's saying no to the afternoon coffee. Maybe it's pairing your afternoon coffee with something that has a little bit of fiber and substance and it's not going to spike your blood sugar. Okay. So I hope this is helpful. If you listen to this and you're like, what the heck are you talking about with a ladder? Like, again, send me a DM on Instagram because I am here for you. All right. That's the beauty of where I'm at in this game. I'm approachable. So, anyway, again, I'm going to take the rest of May off. We'll be back with new episodes the 1st of June. And I hope that while I'm on this little hiatus, I can like repost some old episodes. So, like, I don't even know. I don't know if like now I'm kind of like in this, like, well, shoot, if I don't post to Instagram, all of my hard work is gonna, but like, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. We're all out here just doing the best we can. So anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is for you. And just to know that you're doing a really great job. I'm really proud of you. So let's hang in there, especially if you're in stinking busy season, because I just think every season, like maybe life is just busy right now. Anyway, that's besides the point. All right. Let me know, reach out if you have any questions, and I'll see you on the next one.